everybody, I'm Liz, and today, in the spirit of Valentine's Day that is just around the corner, I am going to share with you some of my favorite bookish relationships. Now, these books don't necessarily have the relationship as the main plot point, but I still absolutely love the development of their relationship and just everything that their relationship brought onto the table. The first book, which is no surprise to anybody, and I'm just gonna get it out of the way, is Gemma and Kartik from A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. This relationship was amazing and so perfect, especially because their relationship isn't exactly approved upon by society, because Gemma is an English woman, whereas Kartik is of Indian descent, and so this relationship has a lot of problems because this takes place in the turn of the century in the era of 1895. Now, this book is one of those where the relationship isn't the main plot point. This really talks about a girl who lost her mother and is shipped off to a boarding school where she finds that she has an ability to access another realm, and this realm is in some turmoil and it's really affecting also her life, and there is an evil villain chasing after her, the same person who killed her mother. The next book I have is an amazing slow burn developed relationship, and that is in Maria V. Snyder's Poison Study. It follows a girl named Yelena who ends up being the poison taste tester to the commander of her kingdom called Ixia, because she is a murderer and she doesn't want to be put to death. In order to prevent her from fleeing, the chief of security poisons her, and there's a plot to overthrow this government, and also she develops these magical abilities. It is such a crazy read, and the relationship in it just makes it so much better. The next book I have will cleanse you of all of the gross nastiness from 50 Shades of Grey and that franchise. If you felt really grossed out and you want adequate, correct BDSM representation with some steamy erotic writing, then definitely pick up The Boss by Abigail Barnett. This book follows a woman named Sophie Scaife, and she is a secretary in a magazine company. She's trying to work her way up, and the magazine company she works for ends up being in a merger with another company. This means she gets a new boss. The funny thing about this new boss, 6 years prior, she was in a romantic one-night steamy stand with this guy, and the end of that steamy one-night stand actually shaped her future and made her go off to college, because he steals her plane ticket that was going to take her out of the country. So you can definitely see her embarrassment at seeing this guy and wondering if he still remembers her. Things happen, and it is a fantastic love story. If you want another romance that has a lot of interesting themes in it, I would definitely recommend Water for Elephants by Sarah Gruen. This book follows a man named Jacob who leaves medical school and joins the circus claiming to be a veterinarian during the Great Depression. Here he meets the star of the show, Marlena, and let's just say that he immediately falls head over heels for her. However, she is the wife of the manager of the circus. It was a very beautiful story, and it's told in an interesting way where you have an elderly Jacob actually recanting the events of the past. When it comes to a budding, cute childhood relationship, you get Neil Gaiman's The Graveyard Book. You have Nobody Owens, whose family was murdered, so the ghosts and other inhabitants of a cemetery, take him in, and raise him. So this book follows him all the way from an infant until he reaches the age of 17, and during this time period he meets a girl named Scarlett, and they immediately become friends as they explore the cemetery together and get into some mischief. I absolutely loved their cute childhood relationship, and it added another layer to the many interesting aspects of this story. Alright, I have only 2 books left, and it was originally going to be 1, but as soon as I saw this, I felt like I'm not a proper reader, and I'm not properly in this fandom if I do not mention this book, and that is The Princess Bride by William Goldman. I know I got turned away from reading this book because of William Goldman's commentary. However, if you read just the story or watch the movie and you get to see Buttercup and Wesley's relationship grow and be as adorable and perfect as it is, and how they constantly fight and strive for each other, it is just so perfect. Another one that I have to bring up, because this can't be a proper romance list unless you name a classic. And with that, we have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I absolutely loved how Elizabeth Bennet navigates society. I loved the way she turned men down that were seeking her hand in marriage because she didn't love them. I loved how eloquent she was. And Mr. Darcy was turned down by her, but he didn't give up. So this book really shows a great development of a romance. So there you have it. There are the 7 books that I absolutely loved the relationships in. Please let me know in the comments down below some of your favorite bookish relationships so we can keep in this lovely Valentine's spirit. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye!